Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhurev cha na tu mam abhijananti tatvena taschavanti te. He says, Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta. For all the sacrifices that are done, I am the supreme enjoyer. I am the supreme master. And the living entity who does not know this truth falls down from his position. Like that he says. So here Lord Krishna declares his true position. Whereas when he appears as Gauranga, you ask him, who are you? He says, Sthita Dhuri Sadrisham Vichintaya. He says, I am only a Dhuri Sadrisham. I am like a small dust particle in the lotus feet of Krishna. Ayinanda tanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam budhau kripaya tava pada pankajastita dhuli sadrisham vichintaya. Oh, my dear son of Nanda, somehow or other I have fallen into this ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up and place me at your lotus feet as one of the millions of atoms, millions of devotees. So in the Bhagavad Gita, he declares his position as God, but Godhead gives up his godhood to experience the joy and bliss of being an insignificant servant of God. Now you ask Lord Gauranga, what do you want? He says, Shunyayitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virehename. So Prabhupada is calling it as Govinda want. He wants only Govinda, nothing else. Then what you don't want? Nadanam, najanam, na sundarim, kavitam, va jagadisha kamaye. He says, I do not want wealth, I do not want women, I do not want followers. I do not want anything of this mundane world. I only want have Govinda want. And that too he says, Mama janmani janmani ishwari. Bhavatad bhakti rahetu ki tvai. Birth after birth, let me practice pure devotional service to your lotus feet. And that alone is my only want. So Prabhupada says, if I don't have Govinda want, I will have Maya want. Because it will be substituted by Maya. So his identity is Siddhaduli Sadrisham Vichintaya. His want is Govinda want. What does he not want? Dhanam Janam Sundarim Kavitam. He doesn't want. Then you ask him, how do you treat the other living entities? Trunadapi shuni chena tarorapi sakishnuna amani namanadena kirtaniya sadahari. You know, he treats everybody in this world with respect, and he behaves like a insignificant straw in the street. He is tolerant in all situations. He is devoid of any expectation from anybody. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes as Gauranga in this manner. Lord Krishna is appearing in this world to teach us the right mood of our identity, the right mood in which we connect with other living entities, the right mood of what want to have, what want not to have. So he's teaching all these things simply through his 8 stanzas of Shikshashtakam, which he left behind for this world as the summary of all his teachings. Although he taught Krishna Bhakti Rasa Charcha through Rupa Goswami, he taught humility through Sanatana Goswami, he taught self-control through Ramananda Rai, and also Krishna Tattva Charcha through him. And similarly, he taught the meaning of liberation through Sarvam Bhattacharya. In this way, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu utilized his own very dear and intimate disciples and followers to write books and teach the world so many principles. Personally, he wanted to give only these 8 paragraphs because otherwise the Vedas are vast, oceanic, grave, deep, with profound meanings. So many living entities may miss out something important. Therefore, he gave only these 8 paragraphs. Try to understand the right mood of a devotee, how a devotee lives in this world, how a devotee attains Krishna's lotus feet. So he taught it, he exemplified it, and he was always absorbed in chanting of the holy name. By dint of this pure consciousness, he was calling out the pure name at every moment. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki, Harinam Prabhu ki. Let's offer our humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are just like this. They are trees.